stream there. Got a little double welcome. Hope all is well in your world. Happy Tuesday. Wait, Tuesday? Happy Wednesday. Holy cow. I have just officially reached the point of my summer break that I love the most, where I forget what day it is. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, just a little quick kind of pop-up flight today. A couple things that we're doing here. We're testing out the new scenery. Well, not new scenery, but new to me scenery from Fly Tampa. It's down in the Princess Juliana area. We're going to fly from Princess Juliana over to St. Bart's, and then from St. Bart's we're going to fly over to SABA, and then we're going to fly back to Princess Juliana and St. Martin. This is, predicated on whether or not we actually are able to make these landings. They're infamous for their difficulty, but the other thing that we're doing is we're doing some testing for an issue that we've been having with the panel here on the Flight 1 King Air 200 Super. This has been going away, and I'm not sure why, when I've just lost some light here. Part of the issue people are thinking is this, it may be related to these lights being turned on and off. I don't know. I just turned all of them on, and so far so good. But we're going to be testing that out a little bit as well. So happy you tagged along, and we're going to get this show on the road. It's time to go wheels up. Let's get logged in. We are going to be on VATSIM, just in case we have some traffic in the area. We want to make sure that we are safe and know what's going on and all that good stuff. But VFR, we will be between 1,500 and 3,500 for our flight today. And yeah, let's make sure we've got our comms where they need to be. 2280. So with any luck, we will... Whoa, that's weird. Oh, I forgot where the click spots were. Always takes me a second when I haven't flown this. The click spots in this are in the corners and not on the dial, which you're kind of used to. But once you do get used to it, it's pretty slick how they have that set up. Right now, altimeter, let's see, 3009. Yep, should be right about sea level. Yeah, that's us. 3009. Okay, so yeah, it's really nice. If you haven't got this scenery, I think I'm probably the last guy in P3D to acquire this scenery. It's pretty doggone cool. Obviously, it models the airport, but basically like 3 towns around and some big seaports and stuff like that. I think you'll enjoy the flight in and out today. So here's where we're heading again, just in case you've never been down here. We are Princess Juliana right there, St. Martin. We're going to be heading over to St. Bartholomew Airport. It's just a short little 17 nautical mile flight, very, very short. And then down here to SABA, I don't know how to say that. And then if we're able to successfully land there, we'll head back up to Princess Juliana. So just kind of a triangle of goodness. Weather right now a little bit on the breezy side from the east at 11 knots, and we'll be looking at probably around 22 knot winds, but yeah, visibility should be okay. We do have some scattered clouds at 1600, so we may not be able to climb as high as we had hoped, but regardless, we'll get there. We'll give it a shot anyway. Alright, so let's see here. I don't know, I think I need... Oh, my bleed air is already off. I had taken care of some of that. What do I have here? RSV not ready. Rudder boost. Don't really need much of a cabin altitude adjustment here, honestly. We're staying pretty close to sea level. We're going to put flaps 1. We're going to add just a little bit of trim here. Get our... Yeah, we've lost some, let's see. Nope, there we go. That gives us a little bit of a flight director, a little bit of a climb out. 132 is going to be the heading that we are shooting for. Zoom in here, my old eyes. 132. We will be departing runway 10, so we can go ahead and give those guys that like to hang out there by the fence a little prop wash. Start their morning. Let's see, brake is in. 10 is right in front of us, so let's get this bird rolling and see how we do. This is the last airplane that has not fully migrated into my version 4.5, and again, it's just been that little panel issue. Otherwise, it's working really well, and I love this King Air. I love the flight dynamics. I love the G1000. I think it is an amazing aircraft. A little bit on the older side, but that's okay. I don't mind that. In fact, I kind of like those birds that are a little bit dated. Not everybody and their dog knows how to fly them. Not that this is that old. It's not like the a DC-8 or something like that. C-47. Okay, let's see what's left to do. I don't know that there's anything left to do. We're going to just make our quick announcement here on VATSIM. Ready for departure runway 10, VFR, eastbound, and hopefully don't see anybody on final. Probably won't be able to see the runway very well. Nope. We'll get up there and take a look at it. Each one of these again has kind of the their own unique approach. Of course, this one here is that approach, the low approach over the beach. I'm sure you've seen many videos of the folks that like to stand out there and watch the planes come in. Just feels like right over the top of their head. But then, of course, the big draw here is the takeoff. They love to stand. See if I can get a shot of it. They love to stand back at that fence line, and yeah, you see it kind of simulated a little bit right there. And especially the bigger airplanes, they like to see if they can hold on, or how long can they hold on, basically, until they have to let go because of all the dirt and stuff that's being blown up. They get sandblasted, essentially. What I'm going to do also before I leave, I'm going to set my course. Let's just do this. Set my course to match the runway heading, so that when we're on our final leg, we'll kind of have a feel for where we should be looking to go. Okay, altitude, we said guess it's a little small. 1500, we'll put 3,500 in just, we may get that high, I don't know if we will or not, but we'll put it in there and, you know, see how it goes. We'll just hand fly this, but just in case we need the altitude or the autopilot for something, it's set and ready to go. Okay, power coming up. Release the brakes, and we're rolling. Princess Juliana. And we'll keep an eye on that panel. Hopefully it'll stay put. I don't know that there's anything different today as I'm loading up other than the time of day. We're torquing the engine just a little bit. Here's our rotation speed. And we are airborne. Gear coming up. Getting a little bit ahead of our flight director. Want to make sure we keep our speed up. There's 400. We'll bring the flaps up. Start our right hand turn. 132. See the island already in the distance, very close, short flight, passing through 1,100, bring the power back here, and I think we'll just try to level her off right about 1,500. Shot through it just a little bit here. See if we can't get it trimmed out. Get our speed up just a little bit. Don't want to get too quick here because we're going to be all about trying to get her slowed down here in not very long. Take a look at the island. You can hear me over the engine. I say most of the island, if not all of the island, is modeled. Pretty cool, and you can, of course, have all kinds of sea traffic turned on. You can have those big cruise ships coming in and out. That kind of stuff is kind of fun. All right, we got her up just a little bit higher than we wanted. I'm actually going to track just a little bit further south. The runway at St. Bart's is, let me take a look here, I can't remember. I think runway 10, same as Princess Juliana. Let's get out here going about 150. Speed's plenty fast. We can actually back that off maybe just a little bit. I'm going to take the flight director off. Have my yaw damper on. I'm going to turn that yaw damper on. Alright, just looking at yeah, St. Bart's is runway 10 and runway 28. So we will just kind of, not really a base leg per se, we're going to kind of have a direct approach at a little bit of an angle here. There's no approach, no localizer, nothing like that. It's all visual here. And I think I just dropped way down below 1,000 while I was gawking at the charts. Sorry about that. Do want to get to about 1,500, so we have a little bit of a sight line coming in. It's kind of a tricky little runway to find. It's kind of tucked away. This is the approach where you go over the road and then you actually dip down just a little bit to the runway, and it's a short stop. We'll see how well this bird does. Alright, our gear is up, our flaps are stowed. We are at 1,100 feet, climbing a little bit here. Like I say, I'd like to get to about 1,500 so we can have a nice sight picture into where we are heading. Will not be long, we'll be making that turn. In fact, I think perhaps I see where we're going. We're going to go ahead and start to make our turn. It's a little white, I don't know if it's a white building or exactly what it is that we want to look for. Speed back. I don't know how well you can see that little white. You know, like I said, I don't know if it's a building or what it is exactly, but that's what we're aiming for. We need to get ourselves slowed down into flaps range. Power basically back to idle. Way fast. Come on, girl. Slow down. First notch of flaps coming in. Gears coming down. Coming down nicely. I know there's a runway over here somewhere, guys, I promise you. I picked the wrong little white building, maybe. Perhaps I did. I've been in here a couple of times. I thought I had a little bit of a feel for where we're at, but man, I'm not. Oh, there it is. I'm a little off is what the problem is. Okay, second notch of flaps is coming in. There's our runway. Speed looks pretty good, actually. We're a little high. Final notch of flaps will be as slow as we can go. You can see the little hill that we have to navigate here. Speed looks very good. A little lower than you'd normally have for a King Air. But for this runway, this approach, we will take her. Okay, see if we can get the flare right. That's all in the timing. Not my strong suit usually. Oh, we're down. Okay, reverser's full. Brakes are on. All right. That wasn't half bad, folks. Not half bad. Okay, let's clean the flaps up. Actually, we'll leave flaps 1 for our departure. We'll just go straight back up the runway, basically. Wind is still favoring a 1-0 approach. I don't think there is any other option here, though. I don't think you can take off on runway 28. Good guys running. People hanging out at the beach, sunbathing. You guys getting a good workout for everybody. Okay, we'll get it turned around here, headed back up. We'll take a quick second and I will give you the overhead view so you can see the scenery here at St. Bart's. Again, pretty cool job. I mean, I've never been there in real life, but just from the videos and pictures that I've seen, it looks like they've captured the basics of the place. You know, that hill and the traffic and the buildings. Apparently a kind of a Shell gas station there as well. I mean, I don't know, could be. Kind of a neat little terminal, that's all I know up here. I can only imagine how expensive this flight is. Holy cow. My guess is you have to fly into St. Martin first and then catch, I think usually it's a Twin Otter that comes this way. Probably is just as expensive to fly into St. Martin from wherever as it is to catch that little 17-mile hop from Princess Juliana to here. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's pause right here. Let's take a look around. Show you kind of what you get. Obviously a nicely modeled little townscape there, and roads and traffic and birds flying around. I don't have, you know, the grass and trees, I don't have that turned up. You could increase the volume of that. You know, I'm sure this is a tropical island. There's going to be tons of trees. People on the beach hanging out. Again, I think for the most part the entire island is modeled. You've got houses, resorts all over the place. I'm not sure about like seaports and things like that, but my guess is there is a little bit of sea traffic here as well. So let me quickly plug in here. We're going to go from St. Barthélemy down to SABA, TNCS. Tango November Charlie Sierra. This is a little bit longer of a flight, not too much though, 26.5 nautical miles. Alright, we will head this direction and we'll be looking at a 2:49 departure heading in this case. We have to make a left-hand turn when we depart because of terrain and houses. Well, so far so good. One approach and one landing successful, and this panel has hung in there. That's good, despite all of the lights being turned on. The only one I haven't turned on is the overhead dome light. I don't think I'll push it. I think I'll wait until I get back to Princess Juliana. Of course, there is a very good chance that on this particular leg that we may end up crashing somewhere. So, I mean, I'm willing to accept that. That's part of the deal. So far, I have I'm 1 out of 2 in landing at SABA. Alright, we'll get lined up here on runway 10. That looks pretty good. First notch of flaps, I think that's all I'm gonna need. Here we go, full power. Just for a moment, be right on the red line for torque. Stay with me. 200 super, yep, there's the torque. I'm pulling back just a little bit. Gotta try to get to rotation speed. There we go. Gear coming up. Red line, red line, red line. We're pulling back on the power even more. There we go. flaps can come up. Boy, I'm nervous about SABA. It's a shorter runway than what we had right there. Could be interesting. Alright, bringing it around to 249er. Take us pretty much right at the small island. You'll see it right away. There's Princess Juliana. We're going to head a little bit to the south of that big island. 2,500 would be an appropriate VFR altitude since we are going a little to the southwest. We'll see if we can get it up there and get it trimmed out a little bit better than we did heading down here to St. Bart's. Alright, and there it is. Tiny island and tiny airstrip. I don't know if it's the smallest paved runway or not, but it's got to be one of the smallest. Alright, there's 2,500. Trying to get things trimmed out. Still climbing just a little bit. There's that haze layer that we kind of had a report of. Now it's saying a few clouds at 3,000, so we should be okay if we stay below 3,000. Winds, surface winds from 0.78 at 12, so that hadn't changed a whole lot. The approach into SABA is almost an east-west approach, and so we'll actually fly a little right of this island, which is to the north. Be a little bit to the north, and then bring ourselves back around. It'll be a left-hand traffic pattern essentially, and the airfield is on this side of the island, which is the east side, kind of the northeast side of the island. Got my nose to get down just a little bit. So as we get a little bit closer, we'll probably just swing out to our right, just to give ourselves a little bit of room to get it lined up. It's another tricky runway to find because of the size, obviously, but you're not quite sure what the orientation is, you know, and like I said, I believe it's almost an east-west, like a runway 9er type of thing. I mean, it would make sense that it's very similar to what you see at Princess Juliana and St. Bartholomew, because they're all they're all within 30 miles of each other, so they're getting the basic same prevailing winds. So if you look at right now our VOR needle, and we're almost flying on the downwind right now, and that's kind of what the plan will be, is to get just a little bit closer to the island and get ourselves heading, you know, like about a 280, kind of a left downwind, and then bring it in from there. If you don't get the approach on this one pretty close, you have basically zero chance at successfully landing. And this will be another rough one. That one into St. Bart's, I mean, it was a gear strainer, but that's kind of what you have to do, set her down firm. Not much airspeed, so you don't have a whole lot of aerodynamics. You kind of fall like a rock a little bit, but that's okay. You get her down there nice and firm, get all the wheels on the ground, and engage your braking action, and that gives you a fighting shot of getting it shut down before you roll off the end of the runway. flat spot right there. That's where the airfield is at. So right off of that. Oops, sorry about that, folks. King Air has a warning for low power, just so you don't forget to put the gear down. So anytime you start to bring the throttle back a little bit, that'll let you know what's going on. We'll go ahead and vector just to the right here. Again, it's essentially left downwind, and it's not exactly the same as Princess Juliana, but it'll get us close. Yeah, you can kind of see on the map right there where it's at. Again, no approach, no localizer, no VOR, none of that. Just all visual. Okay, we're getting down to flap speed. Throw that first notch in. And I don't mind being a little slow here. Climbing though, I don't really want to do that. Yep, you can see where we're heading. Ready to begin. About a 500 feet per minute descent if we can get it trimmed out accordingly. Yeah, somewhere in there. Winds 0.78 at 12. So for the most part, a nice wind to be landing into. I think this runway you can land either way. The terrain is off to one side, and so that's kind of nice. Gives you a few more options, but I'm guessing for the most part, I think the winds are pretty consistent out here. Kind of like, out in LA, you almost always have that wind coming off the ocean, west to east. Okay, slowly descending. Speed looks very good right now. We're going to just kind of keep it right there between 130 and 150. Just about midfield. Don't have to be in a hurry. In fact, I think patience on this approach especially is important. We'll see if we can improve our landing, our successful landing percentage right now. Like I say, we're 500. One successful, one unsuccessful. But we're currently on a 1 in a row successful streak, so I've got that going for me. Kind of drifting away from our downwind just a little bit. And again, I don't know if this is exactly the downwind direction, but it's going to get us close. Probably take it down to about 1500. If we're down there, we'll level it off a little bit until we get the runway in sight. Now this runway, the other thing that's unique about this is it's not right down at sea level where St. Bart's and St. Martin, Princess Juliana was. This one kind of sits up on like a little bit of a plateau, so I would say that the elevation of this runway is probably more like 200 feet or something like that. So just a little bit of a unique thing, I guess, as if the postage stamp size runway isn't unique enough. But alright, there we are, passing through 1500 now. Actually at 1400, that'll be pretty good. Speed's still looking good. We're going to get to that base leg here, and hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit of a visual on our runway. Not quite yet. There's a rock. Ooh, have we fallen? fall by the rock already? Yes, we have. Holy cow. Alright, we've overshot just a little bit. Remember how I said the approach has to be almost perfect? Well, I think I've already screwed it up a little bit. So there's a rock that is just this side of the runway, and that's kind of what you can use to line yourself up. We went a little too far. We waited a little too long to turn base, essentially. Oh, wait a second. No, we were okay. We were okay. I just don't see where that rock is. This is throwing me off. My scenery is not rendering like it normally does. There's a little pause. It's probably going to render in that rock now. Ah, there it is, in fact. Okay, so, alright, well, I think we're going to be okay. Toss the gear down here. Make sure we don't get too slow too early. Picking up speed a little bit here, actually. Have there's the field. Okay, there's the rock I'm talking about, but this scenery looks kind of funky right now. Honestly, that's not like part of the mountain is not rendered in or something. Alright, this could be interesting, folks. So normally you fly kind of right over that little rock off our 12 o'clock, and that gets you pretty well on runway heading. Yeah, okay, so now the scenery is kind of filled in like it's supposed to. Yeah, we were pretty close to where we needed to be, but that's okay. We're in pretty good shape here. Speed looks good. I'd like to get it down to about 500. Descent's pretty steady right now. I add a little power in. Don't want to get too low too quick. Alright, we're lined up. Drifting in just a little bit. Wind is a little off our left nose. Hopefully that's going to help us out. Okay, throw a second notch of flaps in. Oh, a little bit of a gust there. A little bit of a bubble. Don't want that. Yeah, we're very high, but I think we can recover. Final notch of flaps. No hill to navigate here, just a cliff on both sides. So yeah, no big deal. Alright, we're going full idle. Kinda high. Down. Reversers. Full brakes. Come on, baby! Ah, so close.
Pull up.
Okay.
Pull up.
Well, rats. Rats, rats. Alright. I have to do the respawn of shame. Bear with me here for just a second. So close. Alright, TNCS. No. Wait a second. Will it not let me spawn there? That's interesting. TFFJ, it lets me do that. TNCS, oh, it will not let me spawn there. Well, that's news to me. So, all right, this concludes tonight's unsuccessful stream. We gave it a good try, but unfortunately it was not to be. So that doesn't take away from the fun we had. Thanks for joining us. We will maybe give this a try again a little bit later on. May need some more practice in the King Air. But until then, take care. God bless.